Let me ask you something. How much of your energy, your passion, your drive has been wasted worrying about things outside your control? How many sleepless nights, missed opportunities, and moments of frustration have been stolen from you because your focus was on the wrong things? Life is unpredictable. People will disappoint you. Economies will shift. Storms will come physically, emotionally, mentally. But if you want real power, the kind of unshakable strength that drives success, fulfillment, and peace, then you've got to make a decision today. Focus only on what you can control. You can't control the economy, but you can control how you respond to it. You can control how you spend, how you save, how you hustle. You can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your own standards, your reactions, your mindset, your effort, and your values. You can't control your past, but you can control the meaning you give it and what you choose to do with it now. That's where your true power lies, in your choices. Every morning you wake up with two options. You can focus on the chaos of the world, or you can zero in on your circle of influence. That circle, your thoughts, your actions, your habits, is where transformation happens. It's where freedom is born. You want to grow. Then stop wasting energy trying to change everything outside of you. Start investing that energy into your mindset, your body, your discipline, your emotions, your relationships. Focus on being intentional with your time. Be relentless with your attitude. Be obsessed with your own growth. The people who win in life are not the ones with perfect circumstances. They're the ones who take what they have and maximize it. They show up every day, rain or shine, and say, I may not control everything, but I control me, and that's more than enough to change my world. So the next time something shakes you, stop, breathe, ask yourself, what can I control in this moment? Then do it, own it, and watch your life transform. Because when you master that simple shift, you don't just survive life. You take command of it. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you have complete control over how you respond. That's where your true power begins. The reality is, life will always throw you curveballs, unexpected problems, difficult people, setbacks you never saw coming. It's tempting to believe that if those external things would just change, then everything would be better. But that's an illusion. The real breakthrough happens when you stop trying to control what's out there and you start taking charge of what's in here. Your mind, your emotions, your attitude, and your actions. Think about it. Two people can go through the exact same situation but have completely different experiences based on how they respond. One gets crushed by it, the other grows stronger. It's not the event, it's the meaning they give it and what they decide to do next. You can't always stop the storm, but you can decide whether you stand tall or get blown away. That's your choice. That's your control. When you stop giving your energy to things that are outside of your control, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of life and start becoming the creator of your destiny. You stop saying, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? What's the next best move I can make? That shift in perspective turns chaos into clarity. It takes fear and turns it into courage. It changes your state from helpless to powerful. The truth is, the more you focus on things you can't control, the more anxious, angry, and overwhelmed you feel. But the moment you shift your focus inward, your beliefs, your focus, your behavior, you gain traction, you gain influence, you begin to take back command of your life. That's when you start seeing progress, even in the middle of uncertainty. Because now you're not wasting energy trying to change things that aren't yours to change. We're putting everything you've got into what is. You control your breath, you control your words, you control your focus. You control your effort, and in the middle of chaos, that's more than enough to give you stability and strength. So when things fall apart, when plans don't go your way, don't react out of fear or frustration. Pause, breathe, center yourself, and remember, your power doesn't come from what happens to you. It comes from the decision you make in response. You can be the storm or you can be destroyed by it. It's always your choice. That's the kind of control that changes everything. When you shift your focus from what's outside your control to what's within your influence, everything begins to change. Most people spend the majority of their energy trying to fix or manage things that are completely outside their command. Other people's opinions, global events, unpredictable outcomes. But the truth is, the only place where you can truly create change is within your own circle of influence. Your mindset, your choices, your habits, your emotions, and your daily behaviors. That's the battlefield where success, growth, and fulfillment are won. It's easy to fall into the trap of blame. If only the economy were better. If only they supported me. If only life were easier. But every time you focus on something you can't control, you give away your power. You weaken your impact. On the other hand, when you take responsibility for what you can do, even in the smallest areas, you build momentum. You begin to see that your life isn't the result of what's been done to you. It's the result of how you show up every day, regardless of what's happening around you. That's why mastering your mindset is so important. Your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If you wake up with a negative attitude, the world looks like a threat. But if you condition your mind daily through gratitude, focus, learning, and intentional thought, you create the space for clarity and strength. You begin to choose your state rather than being dragged by it. Next is your behavior. You can't always influence outcomes, but you can always control your effort. You can choose to give your best, to stay consistent, to keep moving forward even when progress is slow. That daily commitment to showing up is what builds excellence over time. It's not about one big moment. It's about small decisions repeated with discipline. Your circle of influence also includes your habits. How you sleep, what you eat, what you read, how you move your body. These things are fully in your control. They shape your energy, your mental clarity, and your resilience. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Start small. Start with what you can do right now. When you consistently nurture what you can control, your influence naturally expands. You grow stronger, clearer, more confident, and that begins to impact everything and everyone around you. The beauty of focusing on your circle of influence is that it's always available. No matter the circumstance, you always have a choice, to shrink or to grow, to give in or to rise. So stop pouring your energy into things that drain you and start investing it into the areas that empower you. That's where progress lives. That's where confidence is built. And that's where transformation begins. Right in the center of your own control. Success, fulfillment, and resilience aren't built in a day. They're built day by day through consistent choices, focused effort, and self-discipline. If you want to take control of your life, you must start by mastering your daily behaviors. The truth is, greatness isn't born from occasional bursts of motivation. It comes from the small, repeated actions you commit to, even when you don't feel like it. And that's where the magic of discipline lies. When you consistently focus on what you can control, day after day, you begin to build a life that's unshakable, no matter what storms come your way. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about showing up with intention. It's doing the work even when it's hard. It's choosing growth over comfort, choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. The people who master their lives are not the ones with the easiest circumstances. They're the ones who have trained themselves to show up strong, no matter the conditions. Every day gives you dozens of opportunities to practice control. You control whether you hit the snooze button or get up with purpose. You control whether you react emotionally to a problem or respond calmly and thoughtfully. You control whether you feed your mind with junk or with ideas that expand your thinking. These decisions may seem small in the moment, but they compound over time, and that compound effect shapes your identity. The key to building an unshakable life is consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things repeatedly. If you train your mind to focus on growth, you will start seeing possibilities where others see problems. If you train your body to move every day, you'll carry more energy and confidence. If you train your focus to stay on what matters, your values, your goals, your purpose, you'll stop being pulled around by distractions and doubt. Momentum builds from motion. The more you take action on what you can control, the more momentum you generate. And the beautiful thing is, momentum doesn't need a massive push to start. It needs a spark. One small, intentional action, repeated consistently, can create incredible movement in your life. A short workout, a tough conversation, a journal entry, a commitment to show up one more time even when you feel tired. When you embrace daily discipline and focus your energy on what's within your control, you stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. You stop waiting for change and you become the catalyst of it. That's the difference between those who survive and those who thrive. The disciplined mind is a powerful weapon. The consistent heart is a force of nature. So, don't wait for motivation. Build systems, build habits, build strength through repetition, and know this: every small, intentional step you take, especially when no one is watching, is building something unstoppable inside you. Keep going, keep showing up, because that's how you build a life that can't be shaken.